Hey there! Today, we're going to jump into a topic that is so important for anyone in the world of education: how to navigate the incredibly demanding, but also incredibly rewarding world of teaching without completely losing yourself in the process. And this whole journey really starts with one simple, powerful idea.
And this is it. This is the anchor for our whole conversation. Dr. Laura Hasselquist says it perfectly. You can't pour from an empty cup. This really captures the core challenge for educators, right? Because this isn't just some nice saying on a coffee mug, it's a professional necessity.
So, here's our game plan. First, we're going to really understand the problem of the empty cup. Then, we'll put a name to the unseen work that's causing it. After that, we'll get into some really practical strategies for refilling your own cup, see the direct impact this has on students, and we'll wrap up by talking about the power of finding your people.
Okay, so let's start with this fundamental tension at the heart of teaching. For so many, it is a true calling. It's a passion. But, and here's the catch, that very passion comes with these huge demands on your time, your energy, and your spirit.
As Dr. Hasselquist says, teaching is a career we probably wouldn't trade for anything. But because it's so challenging, self-care stops being some kind of luxury item, and it becomes a core requirement of the job. Bottom line, taking care of yourself is how you take care of your students. They're one and the same.
So if the cup is emptying, what's actually causing the drain? To get that, we have to start putting a name to all the invisible work that teachers do. And believe me, this goes way beyond just lesson plans and grading papers. It's something much deeper.
The first big idea we need to wrap our heads around is emotional labor. Just think about it for a second. You are constantly managing your own feelings, whether it's frustration, stress, or even your own excitement, all to create a stable, positive space for your students. That management, that is work. It is real, it is draining, and a lot of the time it goes completely unnoticed.
And when that emotional labor just keeps going day in and day out, it can lead to this: compassion fatigue. This is the point where the very act of caring for others just becomes exhausting. It's the cost of caring. It's the cumulative price you pay for constantly being empathetic, and it can leave you feeling totally and utterly depleted.
Now, this is a really important distinction to make. We hear the word burnout all the time, right? And burnout is usually tied to things in the system. Too much paperwork, not enough funding, that kind of stuff. Compassion fatigue is different. It comes directly from the emotional, empathetic part of the job. You could have a totally manageable workload and still suffer from the sheer emotional weight of just caring so much.
And this is especially true for teachers in areas like agriculture, theater, or music. Think about it. Why them? Because they build these incredibly deep, long-term bonds. Their classrooms often become safe havens where kids feel they can be themselves, and they spend countless hours outside of the regular school day, all while they're often fighting for resources. It's just a perfect storm for compassion fatigue.
Okay, so we've spent some time really unpacking the problem. Now, for the good part, let's pivot to the solutions. This is all about practical, things you can do today strategies for refilling your cup, not as a treat, but as a core part of being a professional. And let's start by just reframing this whole idea. Dr. Hasselquist says it so well. True self-care isn't about spa days or big expensive vacations. At its absolute core, it is simply about being kind to yourself. It's about giving yourself the same grace you so easily give to everyone else. So what does that kindness actually look like? Well, here are 5 great strategies. First, put yourself first, and don't apologize for it. Second, plant your priorities. Figure out what really, truly matters and let that be where your energy goes. Third, set boundaries, like you're building a fence to protect your personal time. And oh, I absolutely love this one. Let the rest compost. Just give yourself permission to let some things go. And finally, lean on your community. And to make this even more real and doable, there's this fantastic tool, a self-care bingo board. It's full of these small, actionable things, like literally just saying no to a new task, or taking a 10-minute walk. It's brilliant because it turns self-care from being just another chore on your to-do list into an engaging, maybe even kind of fun habit.
And now we get to the payoff. Why does any of this really matter? Well, because a teacher's well-being is not just about the teacher. It has a direct, profound, and immediate impact on every single student in their classroom.
Honestly, the impact is clearest when you just hear it from the students. Listen to what Valeria says. She talks about her teacher being real. That authenticity, that willingness to just be a human being in front of them, that does something amazing.
It gives students permission to be human too, permission to feel that it is okay to not be okay.
And sometimes, the impact comes from the smallest things. Brianda mentions a simple hi in the hallway, or a teacher bringing her a snack. These gestures, they seem so simple, don't they? But they take emotional energy. They take that little bit of extra bandwidth that you only have to give when your own cup isn't running on empty. And just think about the feeling of safety that Manuel is describing here, being able to talk about his problems and not feel judged. That kind of safe space doesn't just happen. It's actively created by a teacher who is grounded enough in themselves to just hold that space and listen. It's what a student needs to feel truly seen and heard.
And Jorge, man, he just nails it here. When you as a teacher share your own strategies, you're not just helping yourself, you are teaching a powerful, unspoken lesson that managing stress is a skill, not a weakness. It proves without a doubt that a teacher's wellness and a student's wellness are deeply, fundamentally connected.
But here's the most important part. This is not a journey you have to take by yourself. Our last stop here is all about the incredible power of community, of finding your herd and drawing real strength from that connection. And that brings us to this really powerful idea from Dr. Colby Gregg, something they call radical authenticity. It's this idea of bringing your whole, complete self to your work, not hiding the parts of you that might be struggling. It's a way to fight back against stigma and build connections that are actually real.
And this just shows you the result. Dr. Gregg shares that after they opened up about their bipolar diagnosis, they were expecting judgment. But you know what they found instead? Connection. Turns out 3 of their own students had the same diagnosis. Their vulnerability created a community. It proved that when we share our struggles, we find out we were never really alone in the first place.
And that spirit is echoed in advice from teachers all over. Find your people and lean on them. Take the mental health day. You've earned it. Surround yourself with cheerleaders, not critics. And please remember this one. You are more than just your job title. You're a whole person. So we'll leave you with this question. This isn't about some huge, life-changing overhaul. It's about one small step. What is one way, just one little thing that you can be a little kinder to yourself this week? Because pouring back into your own cup isn't just for you. It's for every single student you're going to inspire.